Alright guys, I started working on this because I didn't think it would work, but I think it is working. This is let's see, I better make sure that's where I want it. I think I'll heat it just, well, I think I've already let it dry. I think it'll be alright. Anyways, it was I used the amazing resin the other day, just messing around, and poured both of these. One's a rooster, one's a hen, and they were both flat, like that. And that does not bend at all. It doesn't go anywhere. So I put the heat gun to it, on it. When it started getting a little bit warm, I stuck it on this coffee pot, and it was getting hot. It was kind of difficult, and I was forgetting to film. This is a little coffee pot I bought at the thrift store for $1. So I think I'm going to put this chicken on there, but I've got to hold it till it gets good and cool so it's conformed to that shape. But that's what I'm doing right now. I just kept hitting it with the heat gun until it got pliable to where I could bend it some. And then I put it on here and I'm holding it down till it cools good. Okay, I think it's pretty cool. And I don't know what kind of glue to use, but this says it's, let's see, this is called the welder. And it's an adhesive that can be used on any surface, heavy duty, all-purpose adhesive. So it can be used on any surface. I'm going to put this on there. And then I should have got me some tape ready. Am I in frame? I'm always, yeah, I think so. Okay, I'm going to smear this around on there. Don't want it to come out the edges. I need a little bit on the feet though. And hopefully this will work. I don't want to put it down until I know right where I want it. Like right there will be good. Okay, now, yeah, that's good. And I'm going to let that dry. And then figure out what I'm going to do with it. Alright, it has dried and it is on. So, oh, and I forgot to tell you where I got this mold. I ordered it off Amazon. Took a chance on it to see how it worked and what size it was. I like the size. And that mold came with a cow and a pig, and then the rooster and the hen, and seemed to work good. I didn't have a problem with it. I used the amazing resin, the one that dries, you know, fast. It dries fast. You better work good and fast. But I was trying to see what I paid for. Let's see. They were $9.99. It was $10 for those, actually 4 molds. The hen, the rooster, the pig, and the cow. So that's where I got those. I'll leave them linked down below if you want to go look at them. And I'm going to paint this can the Dixie Belle English Ivy. I think that's such a pretty color. I'm going to leave the handle black though. And I'll probably have to give it a couple of coats and let it dry well between each coat, because this is metal. And if you don't let it dry, when you go back to paint it, you smear off what you've done. I'm even going to paint the rooster this color. Well, I went over that metal right there, so wonder if I can wipe that back really fast, or wipe that off. Yeah, that's all right. All right, got a little hint of green on it, but it's all right. So I am going to just move on and paint this all green, take my heat gun and hit it, dry it well before I start back over it with the second coat. And I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do with it. I have some ideas, but I don't know. And I'll probably, after I get it finished, do a little bit of the inside. Some. All right, I'm going to finish doing this and come back and see what else I'm going to do to this little coffee pot. All right, my coffee pot is dry, and I'm going to go over it with some, I have a little bit left in here of this Annie-Sloan soft wax. So I'm going to go over my whole coffee pot with that. The whole thing. That'll help seal this paint. And I'll probably use some brown wax on it around the chicken. So I'm going to finish going over this with my clear. And I'll come back and we'll start with probably the brown. I don't know if it'll be brown or black. I don't know. Okay, I got some of the decrepit dust out, and while my wax is kind of wet, I'm going to go around in places where it would age. I'm going to try it. I don't use this very often. I got it. I'm going to try it. I have used it, but okay, I wonder if that would work on my chicken instead of the wax. Just kind of give it an aged look. Okay, now I'll go around up here. Whoa, wasting a lot of it. Okay, I'm going around the chicken now. Probably need to go down in the crevices with the wax. Well, that really does make it look old. Okay. I wonder if I need to wait to go in it with around the chicken with the, nah, I'm going to use brown. I'm going to try it. I need a small brush. You know I have one. Okay. Probably need to clean some of that up right fast. I'm going to get that out of my way before I spill it. Okay. And to go down in the crevices with that wax. Oh, I hit it right there. That's okay. Okay, I am going to let that dry. I think that is almost dry. Those are almost dry. There, I like the way that looks. And all the way around, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to set that aside and let it dry. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm going to make some little flowers for my pot, some little cloth flowers. I've done these before, but to get my sizes, like that one was just the bottom of that, and then something I felt like would be good size for the petal. I just found it and traced around them for the little checked middle, not petal, middle. And then for this size here, I used just this cup, traced around it, and then this for the middle, just a little plastic thing. You just find what seems to work good together and trace around it. Of course, I use my pins for sewing that when you hit it with heat, I'll just hit it with my heat gun and it'll disappear on the yellow. Now on the black, I did use a black magic marker to trace around it. So then what you do from there, you cut them out, put them together, and get your middle piece. Okay, just trying to even it. It doesn't really matter though. Open that up just a little bit. Put that in the center. Take your thread and needle. Come up from the underneath. And just do a stitch around. Nothing fancy or anything like that. Not fancy, but I mean, it's not hard. You don't have to use a sewing machine. Just slip in and out. Kind of tough going through 3 layers of fabric. I guess I could have just sewn it on the 2 and then just glued this bottom piece down to it. It would make it easier, because you wouldn't be going through 3 layers of fabric. This yellow here is the sheet that I bought from the thrift store last week for $1. Way cheaper than going and buying it by the yard. Way cheaper. Except I have a lot of material I gotta store, because I see stuff and I pick it up, and I've got material in boxes and having to dig and look for it. I am going to go all the way around. Let's see, where do I start? I'm about halfway, but anyways, I'll get to where I can stop and just kind of tuck this in there. Some of your fiber fill, or that's actually out of an old pillow, and give it a little poof. I'm going to finish this up and put that in there, and I'll be back. Okay, I was going to show you, I'm far enough along, I'll just stuff this in there. Just enough to poof it up. And I'll just continue on, and when I get around to the, well, let me go ahead and finish this. Shouldn't take too long. If your stitches are off a little bit, it's fine. They don't have to be perfect. The circle doesn't have to be right in the center. Okay, I am at the end, so I'm just going to go back down through here. And tie off. One more time. Scissors. Then from there, you can cut them like that, or I kind of go back and forth like there, here. I don't cut all the way. These are so easy to do and fun. Okay, I'm almost around right there. Then on the underneath one, I'll go to the center, like to the center of this flower on the underneath one. All the way around. Now right there is the last one. Now I'm going to move this stuff aside, because I always make a few extra. I have a little box of them. That way when I want them, I don't have to stop and make them. But I've used a lot of them in different projects, so I need some. Now move that back out of my way. And let's see, what am I going to get? My cinnamon and coffee mixture with water. Instant coffee, cinnamon, and just water. Get a brush. And just put it on there. get down there where some cinnamon's at, I think. Get down in the goop. Yeah, there we go. And it's warm enough and windy enough today. I can make a bunch of these, just set them outside, and they'll dry pretty fast. Then I just kind of crunch them up. And then set them outside to dry, or somewhere to dry, or sometimes I put them in the oven, like through the winter. I'll stick them in the oven at 170. I don't remember how long it takes. It doesn't take a whole long time, but okay, need something right in there. Now, I'll stick that outside, and I have a flower, and then I'll make a little slit back here for like a stick to go in and hot glue it, and I'll have my stem for it. So I'm going to go make some more with different colors, stick them outside, and let them dry. Well, I'm trying to get you in an angle where you can see what I'm doing instead of up above. And I have cut a piece of this floral foam, or whatever it is for floral, and I'm going to stick it down in there. And I've got a bunch of little flowers here that I've made, and I've got some of them just stuck on the stems. And you can take, let's see here, you can take this and stick it up in the back, but to me it sits closer to the stick, so I like to cut a little hole. I've poked it. Now I'm going to cut a little slit, just a little one, and put some glue, hot glue on there. I need to get that out of my way. And stick it up in there to where it'll stay. That way it kind of moves away from the stick itself. And I did take these here, and I coated them with the folk art wax. And now I've got to see, I forgot my cutters. I'm just gonna start taking it down. Whoa, that flipped. And see how high I want them. Well, I'm going backwards. I'm gonna have to, now that'll be all right once I get started. Okay, I'm going to stick that there. I think I want an orange one, so I'll make a little slit in this. Get me a stick and put some glue on it. Kind of having to look and see where to put them and what ones I want to use. Kind of like this white one. I want it just a little shorter. Let's try right in there. Don't know how many I want in there. Maybe try this one in there. a little glue. Probably this one about, where's the stick I used? Or kind of measured it off of this. I'm just kind of showing you what I do with them. I'll probably, let's see, can you see what that's looking like? I have to use, my tripod is broke, and I'm having to use a spatula to raise it up. It sounds crazy, but that's what I'm using. Okay, what else do I want here? Maybe this little small one here, a little lighter colored. Probably about the same height as I did the other one, maybe a little shorter. Oops, came through. I'm not sure. Maybe I should have made one higher, like right in there. Well, it is what it is, because I can't pull it out. I've glued it. I'll just barely stick it in. Or stick this one down further. There. Okay. That one's a little big for the front, but I like it. Is this one any smaller? That's the same color as that. That's the same. I'm going to try that one brown one. It's a little more crunched. Let me just stick that in there and see. Maybe a little shorter than the last one. Yeah. Okay, I think that will work. I'm going to pull that out and glue it. Got to be turned like that because my rooster's there. I don't know. Maybe I didn't glue that one. That's probably good right there. Just kind of keep looking at it and playing with it and trying to figure out what I want to do with it and how if I want to embellish it any more than that. But that's the basic of it. You'll just have to play. If you do them, you just play with them and see what you like. So I'm going to turn the camera off and mess around with this, and I'll come back and show you how it turned out. Well, here's how my little coffee pot turned out, and I think it's really cute. And I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And until the next one, we'll see you later.